Okay, it's kind of cold today. What did I read today? I guess the first one is kind of funny. People are still shopping a lot. Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff is coming out. Everyone's looking for a good deal. How about if you were to save 50% off something, but it's still so expensive? I mean, look at this 8K TV, this Samsung one. And apparently the regular price, it says it's about $99,000, like $100,000 and 50% off. It's still $49,000. Would you buy this even though it's $50,000 off? Would you consider that a bargain? You can buy like a really good car or something for that price. And one thing I read that got me thinking, remember that story that I read the other day around the Ontario area where they claimed someone was flying a drone and the whole public was confused about the rules because the guy was apparently really far away from the actual airport, but he is technically in the restricted airspace? Well, recently I read this news release that they published, like the police department and media sites started to pick up on this more. And as a result, you can kind of see, I guess, the chain reaction of how people start developing, I guess, fear and stuff like that with recreational drones just in general, I would say. It says here, Saturday morning, police responded to a complaint about a drone flying in the West Ferris area of the city. Around 12 p.m. on Saturday, November 21st, an officer responded to a complaint of a drone interfering with air traffic. It was reported to be flying in the area of the West Ferris Arena. The officer was not able to locate the drone or the person responsible. So pretty much exactly the same thing what we read before, and they're telling you the rules. Now, a larger news outlet just picked this up just recently, and it says here, the title, North Bay drone interferes with air traffic, shutting down search and rescue exercise. And again, they show that huge Inspire drone, which is basically just copying what they had there, but you can see how this transfer on, I guess, to the mainstream audience. But they did add some details. For example, they say a flying club was conducting a search and rescue exercise when a drone entered the airspace around noon. As a safety precaution, the exercise was shut down. And then it says, the incident caught the attention of the Transport Minister, Marc Garneau, who took it to Twitter with a message. So Mr. Nightmare Scenario responds to this one, but not that huge one that crashed, the RCMP one, if you guys remember. So I did look at the tweet here. You can see here, it's basically two messages. It says, interfering with air traffic near airports with a drone, as was the case in North Bay this weekend, can cause a serious incident. When you fly your drone, you're sharing the skies. Remember to always stay away from people at airports and other aircraft. Well, one, I would say, are you sure 100% the guy didn't see the operator and they didn't actually find a drone? And the second one, it says, before you fly a drone, get your drone pilot certificate and understand the rules you need to follow. Kind of like with that campaign again about wanting people to register, things like the drones are get for Christmas and all that. But again, this just shows me how the chain reaction goes about, why people are so afraid of it. They always think of huge drones. It starts with using like these pictures with information that's not 100% verified. At the same time, what if it was a toy drone? Like, you never know in this case, correct? I mean, it's not right to fly right into an airport or something like that, but at this case, how high was the person? What were they flying? Again, if it's about a safety issue, then you should address every story or situation the same, especially in these cases where it's not 100% verified as well with actual tangible evidence. Whereas something like, again, like that RCMP crashing their drone, tangible evidence, huge drone, huge helicopter around a bunch of people. How's that okay all of a sudden? And the reason, I guess, for myself, why I'm usually a little bit more keen to address stuff like this is because it might be hard for people if you've never experienced things like prejudice, racism, or discrimination in your life. You wouldn't know what it's like to constantly be judged in those ways. Well, this is a perfect way how you can relate, and this is exactly how it happens. People tell like these stories, these negative ones all the time, using kind of like the same narrative. And then these people, the people that are in charge, like this Garneau guy or whatever, Mr. Nightmare Scenario, these are the only things you talk about and show all the time. And you can imagine here, where every time like a drone, like a regular person hears a story of the average person, they think, oh, near aircraft, it's gonna kill someone. It's these huge ones that look like an Inspire and all that. I think that's why they need to be more culturally diverse, so to speak, just in terms of things like drone tech and all that, because again, not everything's about DJI drones or big ones. How did I end up in a mountain here? Alright, see you guys later.